Okay, so this is going to be our tutorial for our movement project. So let me show you our supplies that you need to gather to get this done. You need 1 sheet of black construction paper. You need 3 sheets of different colored construction paper. Okay, you can pick your colors. I picked green, yellow, and blue, but you can pick your own colors as long as they are 3 different colors. So, for instance, I could do blue, purple, red, or red, green, yellow, or red, green, orange. All right, as long as it's 3 separate sheets, 3 separate colors, not including black. So you have your black sheet of paper and 3 sheets of construction paper, each a different color. Then you need a glue stick. You need some paper clips, you need some scissors, and you need your magazine that you are going to pull your image from. If you do not have a magazine, I will show you how to get an image off of your computer. Okay. For those of you who do not have a magazine to use, I'm going to show you how to use Google to get an image for your project. You can do this whether or not you have a printer. So you need to go to Google, and you will need to have a pencil and a piece of paper. In the Google search bar, I want you to type in some kind of moving person. So I'm going to type in dancing person, silhouette. You need to make sure that you type in silhouette after because you only want an outline. You can type in football player silhouette, basketball player silhouette, or any other kind of sports person silhouette. Okay? It just needs to be a person that is moving. All right? It does not have to be a dancing person. That's just what I typed in. If you would like to look up a football player, then you can do that. You don't have to be specific when looking up a specific football player because it's just going to be an outline, so you're not going to tell who it is. That's why silhouette. So then you're going to click on images. You're going to go over here to tools. You're going to come over here to size, drop down to large. So that gives you a nice non-pixelated picture. So make sure that whatever picture you pick, it's the full person. You don't want half of a person. I like this ballerina right here. So I click on this ballerina. I'm going to save my image. I'm saving it to my desktop. You will need to remember where you save it to. So I'm opening my picture. It's my full screen. Now my computer is going to act like a light box so that I can take my piece of paper. I'm going to place it over, and even on camera you can see that the outline is coming through. So I'm going to take my pencil and very carefully I'm going to trace my outline. Take your time with it to make it look nice. Okay, I have my figure. I don't need to fill it in. I don't need any detail because all I need is the outline. Okay, so now that we have either our figure from the computer or your page out of the magazine, we can begin. All right, If you don't have a magazine, that's when you have the sheet of paper. You do not have to have both. Okay, you do need to make sure that you're choosing a figure that is doing something active. Remember, our principle this week is movement. So I'm going to set my magazine page aside since I did make a bigger ballerina. I'm going to set my black construction paper aside. I'm not going to use that just yet. That is our background. That's what we're going to be gluing our project to. So I have my 3 sheets of 3 different colored pieces of paper. I'm going to stack them up. Focus. I'm going to rough cut. It's also called bubble cut in the instructions. I'm going to just rough cut around my figure. I'm going to set aside my extra paper just in case I need it for something else. Now, you don't want a super tiny piece of paper, all right? If your figure is only going to be the size of, like, I don't know, if it's going to be the size of a golf ball, that's not going to be a very big picture, all right? I will not accept that. It needs to be big enough to go across the paper. All right, I have my ballerina. I'm going to try to get her towards the edge of the paper so that I'm not wasting paper. How best to position. Okay, I'm going to take some paper clips. I'm going to clip down around the edges. Again, I'm going to rough cut the extra that I will not be using. And you definitely want to set aside, focus. You definitely want to set aside any of the extra paper. All right, this is a lot of paper. We're not throwing it away. You can use it for other projects. Do not throw it away. So now I can paper clip some more, and then I can begin cutting. Once you are done with that, you are going to set aside your excess materials. Now you can choose to use your scraps from before for this next part, or you can choose 3 different colors. But remember to save those pieces of paper also, because you're not going to use all of it. All right, so I've got some different scraps here. And for this, you're going to make geometric shapes. Remember, geometric are circles, squares, rectangles, triangles, trapezoids. You can even do some lines. Keep it simple. Don't get complicated with your shapes. You only need a handful of shapes. Even what I have here is probably too much. Then you're going to glue them down across your background. You can use your glue bottle or a glue stick if you have a glue stick. Now try to make these shapes look like they're in motion also. They can dance across the paper as well. You can overlap them like this. Make it look like they're rolling across the page. You can fan them out. Remember to cover your background. We're not making a frame, we're making a background. So it needs to go all over. Just missing some triangles. And even with these, I'm following a pattern. Up, down, up. Down, up, down. All three are pointing down. All right, I have extra pieces. When I'm done with that, I'm going to take the paper clips off of my silhouette. I no longer need my original. Okay. I have my other 3 pieces right here. And I'm going to move them across like this. I'm going to glue them down. All right, make sure that they stay on the paper. So you might want to glue the back side, especially these delicate little pieces. Put the glue there. She's overlapping. Here's where the glue bottle will probably come in handy a little bit more. You may need to paper clip those down until they set. And make sure that you face them all the same direction. More glue there for her hand. There we go. We have our finished movement project.